Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into a really fascinating, almost hidden piece of culinary history. We're looking at how just a single, incredibly simple ingredient, ground beef, literally kept an entire generation of widowers and divorced granddads fed, warm, and fiercely independent. These aren't just recipes we're talking about. They're absolute blueprints for survival. To really grasp the sheer power of this lifestyle, just take a look at this number, 12. Back in 1978, there was this widowed railroad worker in Kansas named Earl Hendress. Well, Earl decided on a routine. He ate ground beef 6 nights a week for 12 straight years. 12 years. Now, you might be thinking what his neighbors thought, that he was just lonely and broke, barely scraping by on scraps, right? But actually, Earl's doctor painted a completely different picture. He outright declared Earl the healthiest 72-year-old on his patient list. No kidding. And this just proves that these meals weren't about poverty or giving up at all. They were about this incredible resilience and a really brilliant system of self-reliance. So, let's jump straight into section 1, the quiet kitchen, battling the silence. For a whole generation of men who, let's face it, often never had to cook a single day in their working lives, the loss of a spouse meant suddenly facing this deeply quiet house. And along with that came the solitary, honestly daunting task of feeding themselves. For these men, cooking wasn't just about putting dinner on the table. It was a daily exercise in survival. It was about battling swollen, arthritic hands, navigating a tight fixed income, and above all else, maintaining their dignity when the house just got way too quiet. I absolutely love this next quote. There was this granddad in rural Pennsylvania who relied on a super simple $3 beef and potato skillet to sustain himself. He told his visiting niece that this exact meal was the reason he hadn't lost a single pound since his wife passed away 8 years earlier. He said the potatoes filled the gaps that loneliness tried to open. Wow. The sizzle of the beef actually made the kitchen feel alive again. It made dinner feel like something genuinely worth sitting down for. Moving right along, here's section 2, fixed income arithmetic, stretching the dollar. Now, what's really interesting here is how the numbers tell such an incredible story. Back in 1985, a pound of ground beef cost just $1.19. By pairing that with super cheap pantry staples, these guys basically performed economic miracles. Think about this. A pot of hamburger soup stretched just 1 pound of beef into 8 full meals for under $5. Or take a West Virginia bachelor who perfected a beef and noodle bake that kept him fed from Tuesday all the way through Friday. These granddads knew exactly how to make a single dollar stretch across the better part of a week, and they did it without ever sacrificing a full stomach. Okay, let's dive right into section 3, the one-pan rule. 0 dishes to wash. Let's take a look at the famous hobo dinner. It's brilliant. Step 1, you just wrap a ground beef patty, a sliced potato, some carrot, and an onion in heavy foil with a pat of butter, and bake it. That steam traps all the flavor perfectly. But the real magic? That's step 3. You just eat it straight out of the foil and throw it in a trash. Literally 0 plates, 0 pans, 0 cleanup. For a man dealing with swollen knuckles on both hands, this kind of extreme simplicity wasn't laziness, not at all. Avoiding a sink full of dirty pans was a calculated, necessary survival tactic. And this brilliantly illustrates our next part, section 4, Recipe Hall of Fame, iconic granddad meals. Take a look at this timeline because it shows the absolute ultimate stretch meal. A granddad's chili pot was easily the most valuable object in his entire kitchen. For just $5, he could make a big pot of chili on a Monday and then ingeniously morph it into 5 distinctly different suppers. We're talking a bowl of chili on Monday, a chili dog on Tuesday, poured over a baked potato on Wednesday, a Frito pie on Thursday, and then stirred right into boxed mac and cheese for Friday. That is 5 entirely different meals pulled from just a single afternoon of cooking. Genius, right? But the absolute #1 meal on the list, the undeniable king of the dirt cheap granddad meals, is the shepherd's pie skillet. Just look at these components. You've got brown beef, a can of mixed veg, a box of instant mashed potatoes smoothed over the top, and some shredded cheese. Then you just slide that whole cast iron skillet right under the broiler. Boom. It delivered your protein, vegetables, starch, and dairy, all with just a fork and a single skillet required for cleanup. So the really crucial point here is this. Yes, of course, it was hot, it was filling, and it was dirt cheap. The instant potatoes crunched up perfectly on top, while the beef underneath stayed rich and covered in gravy. But the most important reason this was the #1 meal? It actually looked like dinner. It looked like a proper, respectable meal that his late wife would have proudly served at the table. This brings us to section 5, dignity over convenience, rejecting microwaves. The big retirement home companies really want you to think that seniors just rely entirely on microwave meals. But let's be honest, frozen TV dinners are pre-portioned, pre-plated, and frankly, they're pre-lonely. Now, contrast that depressing reality with the empowering sizzle of a cast iron skillet. A pound of ground beef browning on the stove, that was a promise to yourself that you are still here and you are still highly capable. The smell alone filled the house and practically chased away the silence. Just let the emotional weight of this concept sink in for a second. A man who cooks still belongs to himself. Think about that. The senior citizens who manage to stay in their own houses the longest, the ones who live to 90 in a home they still clean themselves, are the ones who still know how to brown a pound of ground beef. The simple, everyday act of cooking kept their hands steady and their minds incredibly sharp. At the end of the day, it wasn't poverty food, it was dignity food. Food remembers what people forget. When a granddad made a Johnny Marzetti casserole, or when he poured rich beef gravy over some split, hot biscuits, he wasn't just throwing together lunch. He was actively connecting with a mother who made that exact same meal before his father went off to the coal mines. He was connecting with a wife who made it on those stressful nights when the paycheck was running late. They were literally preserving those precious memories right there in the skillet. These recipes, they are the very reason a whole generation of men stayed standing. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Which monument of a meal are you going to make this week? Is it going to be the goulash, the hobo dinner, the Johnny Marzetti, or maybe that shepherd's pie? Pick one, cook it, sit down at your table, eat it slowly, and just take a moment to honor this incredible legacy of survival, memory, and fierce independence. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you next time.